The first at Tabcorp Park in Melton this evening starts at 5:35. It's a 12-race card. Billy Hutchison steps into our Melbourne studio now to preview the meeting.
This preview brought to you by Harness Racing Victoria.
A monster harness racing card at Melton tonight. 12 races, as has been the norm in recent weeks, and of course the big meeting at Cranbourne tomorrow night. But a country front meeting, but gee, it's chock full of interest because there's a lot of horses, especially some Kiwis having their first Australian starts, and some nice horses making their return to the racetrack. First race on the card, looking nearly a good thing here, number 8, Flaming Flutter. Very short price, it'll be about a 5's on chance to beat 12, 1 and 5, but 8 Flaming Flutter, I think the best way to go in that race is taking trifectas behind the good thing. Race 2 on the card, top pick here. I think it's a match between numbers 1, Better Believe It, 2, My Temujin, the former Kiwi. Better Believe It, I'm going on top to beat number 2, and could be a bit of value, judging by the morning line. 7 and 12, the next two picks. They're numbers 7, Brave You Warrior, and number 12, Palazzo Bromac. Race 3 on the program is the first leg of the Big Six tonight. 9, 1, 12 and 7. Tipping number 9, Ask Me Now, a former Kiwi in the Tim Butt team. Very nice horse this. Is drawn wide first up, but loads of talent in this 3-year-old fillies race to beat 1, Nicky's Delight, 12, Blue Collar Moon, and number 7, Bit of a Babe. Jeffrey Webster having the second and fourth picks there. 9, 1, 12 and 7 in race 3. Race 4 on the card, the first leg of the Quaddia sprint race for the C2s, and a tipping here number 11, I'm Noddy. It's a former Kiwi with Tim Butt. He's got something like 3 or 4 runners here tonight having their first start from New Zealand. This is a very good horse, I'm Noddy. Saw it during the New Zealand Cup Carnival. It didn't have a lot of luck in a very good race there. It won a couple of races earlier on. Does look very well graded here at this level. But, gee, they've thrown in a pretty good local field against it. Second pick, number 13, Cromac Jamie, had terrific form late last season. 3 wins in a row, a couple on this circuit towards the end of its preparation. Has had a short break, or a break of 2 months since failing here last time, but it's got a good chance in the race. Third pick is number 10, Major Le Crest. A lot of time for this one. Just wish it had drawn a little bit closer over the sprint, because it's a sprint race this time, and it probably is more a stayer. But gee, a nice 4-year-old mare. She's going places, and she could win at good odds. Fourth pick in the race, number 6, Please Don't Talk. A very fast mare who's got an each-way chance. Didn't have a lot of luck at Mildura last time. 11, 13, 10 and 6 in race 4. Race 5 on the program, the second leg of the Quaddy and the first leg of the Daily Double. Interesting race in that number 8, Franco Lordship. I like it a fair bit, actually, Franco Lordship. It ran 6th in its latest start in the Breeders' Crown Colts and Geldings final behind Sushi Sushi for 4-year-olds. That's 2 years ago. It hasn't been seen since. It's now a 5-year-old. That was a 3-year-old, actually, behind Sushi Sushi. Right up there with some of the best when it came over from New Zealand. It's won 6 of 14. It's been here a while. Obviously had problems, been off the scene for a long time. Trialled okay for its return, now with Craig Demler. Second pick in the race, number 10, Mr. Sheedy, who may run favourite in the race. It's a very tough Emma Stewart trained 5-year-old gelding. Now, it was also very prominent in that same year as Franco Lordship as a 3-year-old. Its form in recent times is a second here on this circuit to Qatari Roland, and a 6th at Ballarat last night of that very smart horse. Didn't have a lot of luck at its latest run. Third pick in the race, number 2, Vinnie Gambino. Noticed it running on very strongly here last week in a better race than this. And fourth pick in the race, number 11, Silent Prowl, who is first up, but it's first up off 4 wins in a row. That's back in last January, February. But it's got a chance if it's anywhere near its best form. 8, 10, 2 and 11 in race 5. Race 6 is the Warehouse Sales Calder Pacing Cup, and we see horses on both sides of the continent getting ready for next week's Victoria Cup. I'm the Mighty Quinn going round in Perth at about 25 to 1 on, and Smoking Up will be about 10s on here. He could have run in the Cranbourne Cup tomorrow night, but he thought this might be a nice tune-up for him, Lance, and this horse will just win this race. This is probably the easiest field he's met in the last 2 or 3 years. 9 for second, Smudge Bromac. Third pick, number 6, in the race, our Blackbird is not far off a win. Smudge Bromac's also got a little each-way chance. Good run on horse. And for fourth, number 8, Toulouse-Lautrec, a stablemate of Smoking Up, can sneak into a place. But 13, 9, 6 and 8 in what they should have called the Smoking Up Calder Pacing Cup. Race 7 on the card, the last leg of everything, the Wedderburn Trotters Cup. This is a Wedderburn meeting tonight, remembering a great harness racing club, and they'll be racing their home cup in a couple of weeks' time on their own track at Wedderburn. But here at Melton tonight, the Wedderburn Pacing Trotting Cup, Top pick in the race, number 14, Moddy Young Jacob, in a very open race. He did beat better than these 2 starts back on this circuit. Forget his last run in a free-for-all, but he's probably the class runner. He does go back to 20 metres because of that, however. 5 Miss Bullion, a very good first up and fast finisher at Geelong last time. It'll be much improved, but actually its second run from a spell. Third pick, number 8, Alabama Skeeter, ran 156.6 its last mile here last week. Probably not quite well suited from the second line of a stand, but gee, if it's anywhere near him, it can certainly finish the race off on those times. And number 13, Sparks Ignite, was also a good run last week. Very open race, 14, 5, 8 and 13. Race 9 is our best bet on the card, and this is race 9 is our best bet on the card. Race 8 will give you first, 6, 13, 9 and 12 in this claiming race. Tipping here number 6, Ultimate Deal. He's going pretty well and might be able to find the lead from number 13, Seafield Pocket. We're going to show you a replay of race, good thing in race 9. It's number 6, El Paco. Liked its run here going back a couple of weeks ago. It was very strong in front. That was only its second run from a spell. It beat its main danger here against Stone Don Jazz, who has won again since. El Paco leading all the way to win here.
It's El Paco in front. Stone on Jazz goes to second. Then King Creases. Yeringberg the inside from Paddy Moroney. But El Paco got away on the turn on Stone on Jazz. Then Yeringberg. El Paco opened up now on Stone on Jazz. Then came Yeringberg and down the outside Paddy Moroney. But it's all El Paco. El Paco wins in a breeze. Second Stone on Jazz. Or Yeringberg galloped over the line. And I think it might have costed third. Might be Paddy Moroney third from Yeringberg.
Yes, good solid victory there by El Paco, and it's the one to beat from 7 Stone on Jazz. Third pick, number 2, Kai Valley Castle, an American bred who hasn't done the right thing in either of its runs so far. A big improvement from it. And fourth pick, number 11, but 6 is a special to beat 7, 2 and 11. The 10th race on the card, 2, 4, 9 and 3. Crosby Cullen resuming from a spell. I don't think its trials have been anything flash, but it should be far too good for these two. Crosby Cullen will be starting a very short price favourite to beat Sporty Mac, then 9 and 3. Race 11 on the card, Tenderho should win this trotters race. He's a smart horse. His last run was in a good race at Cranbourne. He'll be an odds-on favourite to win this. He was up there with our best youngsters last season to beat 1 Elderbaron Turnpike, a nice ex-American horse or American bred horse who's really close to a win. 5, 1, 4, 11. And the last race of 12 on the card, number 3 Jungle Face Jake will be a very short price favourite after 2 wins in 3-year-old company to beat 6, 1 and 4. Best bet on the card, race 9, number 6 El Paco. The Ruffy, race 5, number 13 Lee Rapide. The quaddie, I'm going to ask you to go fairly wide around Smoking Up, which is a moral. 6, 10, 11 and 13 into 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 and 11 into 13. Load up the last league, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 and 13. 6, 10, 11, 13, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 Smoking Up on its own, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 and 13. $45 gets you 20%. Hopefully it's of plenty. It's a good meeting, a terrific meeting at Melton tonight.
This preview brought to you by Harness Racing Victoria.